I am live. I am live. Got some more light.
Nothing here yet.
Nothing there yet, but it will go live anytime now. Anytime now.
Looks like it's doing it now.
That's a bit more, that's a bit too much light.
So I'll turn the sound down.
Turn it down a bit. Yeah, just mute the sound on that. Hello, everybody. We are live. It is 11 o'clock here in Spain, Gibraltar. And it will be midnight in 1 hour's time, obviously. Now, I know if you're in the UK, you're an hour before. So hopefully you'll see the fireworks at midnight, and then you'll have an hour to go away and wait for Big Ben to hit.
Happy New Year, Australia, Japan,
Oh, yes,
New
yes.
Zealand, Philippines.
Don't forget they've had it already.
China, hasn't it, as well?
Everywhere, the international date line from the east.
Everybody
runs
from a line like that, you know who you are if you've had.
from the 180
Well, they're
line
probably asleep, aren't they?
going east. It'll hit.
Turn that a little bit, then the light adjusts a bit because you've got a lot of wall, and that's what makes the backlight.
All the east has had it
Okay.
already. It'll hit 0 hour at Greenwich in 2 hours' time.
Right, let's have a look. Hello,
As you
hello,
all
hello.
know, I'm sure.
Everybody.
There's
And then
loads of people on tonight.
in about 50 minutes, I'll go up on the roof
She's going live, yes.
with my phone to record the fireworks. Apparently in Gibraltar, I've been told by some, no names mentioned, but you know who you are. There is someone in Gibraltar says they're going to have confetti instead of fireworks. I don't know what the theory is behind that because I don't do social media or sort of follow the goings on, but there will be a
They'll
reason.
have fireworks.
I'm sure it will be
They'll have
very,
fireworks.
very
You
nice.
can't see a party popper in the dark, can you?
It'll be interesting to see what it's like, and I'm sure it'll be on GBC News, so that will be something novel.
And just a quick one for the people in the UK. They don't have bonfire night in Gibraltar. Nobody's allowed to have fireworks. Okay, so the government does the firework displays. It's all controlled.
Actually, I was just going to say, all the families are having fireworks tonight, including people we know.
Not really. It's not really
They
strictly
don't
speaking
care.
allowed.
I lost my orange juice. I put it down somewhere.
Oh, if you're going back in the kitchen, can you get me some? Because I need a
Yes.
top on to go on the beer. I could go on the beer. I think there's a beer left in the hall. Right, who's on? Foxy. Foxy's here. Glinda the Good. Lynn from Liverpool. Hiya, Lynn. Ham Shackleton's on. Jenny Wren. Oh, there's loads. Jodie. Jason Dunbar. Paula Martin. Diana T from Liverpool. Hi, Diana. It's piddling down here. The set to go on for ages. All nice. That's it. There you go. That's the nice. Oh, never mind.
Give us your glass.
It's
I'll
like
do your
that
orange
in
juice.
Liverpool, isn't it? It's just part of living in the UK. You know, you have to put up with the rain, which is why I moved out. Honestly, it's much better. My brother, when his son was very young, his son's grown up now, but when he was very young, he had a nebulizer, you know, for asthma, bad chest, and he bought a business in Spain, so he moved out to Spain for the summer for 6 months. It obviously took a nebulizer with him. Never used it once. The whole time he was here, it was much more healthy. It was like everybody else. He could breathe properly. The moment, within a week of going back to the UK, back on the nebulizer again. So it's obviously more better. It's not very good English. It's obviously better for your health living in southern Spain, isn't it? Right, oh, I'm getting behind. There's so many comments coming in. Fiona's preparing the drinks. Yes, Long Island. So I just clicked on you and then it's gone. There you go, Diane. Just as you go to click on it, it all shifts up. The comments are coming in thick and fast. Happy New Year, everyone. Anne, Janice. We're about to have an Australian-born Queen of Denmark. Yes. I heard the Queen of Denmark had enough. She was going to abdicate. Well, the British royal family could do that if they wanted to. They just don't want to. They traditionally just hang on until they die, don't they? But there's no reason they couldn't abdicate. I mean, the king could abdicate if he wanted to. They just don't. The British monarchy just don't, do they?
Oh, I'm hot now. I've got the
Unless your
champagne
name's
already.
David.
Well, yeah.
Edward VIII, I think he threw the towel in, didn't he?
Graham,
What?
is he the only one ever to have abdicated?
I don't know. There's a question. I know we've got people out there who know how many kings of England or queens have abdicated in the history of England, going back to William the Conqueror. That's where they always start.
Well,
isn't
I
it,
think
with history?
traditionally.
I don't know of any that have abdicated apart from David.
I think they usually have their heads cut off, don't they?
He
It's what used
volunteered
to
to
happen.
abdicate. No, I don't think
Now,
so.
there is just one more thing I need to tell
Oh,
you
yes,
about
yes.
this book, Spying in the Crown, and I have already warned Rhea Snakespeare. Now, anytime I buy a book, there's always going to be a little thing in it that I think, oh God, I totally disagree with that. So I thought I'd warn you, read it out. It's only a few paragraphs, and it's all about Harry and Meghan. And I was very disappointed compared to the quality of the research in the rest of the book that they even included Harry and Meghan in this book. And they've just totally bought into their fantasy, basically. Diana's youngest son, I don't know why it should be Diana's as opposed to Charles, or Charles and Diana's, or why he even needs the introduction, like we don't know who he is. Prince Harry tried to scale back his own royal duties in 2020. His wife, Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, an articulate and outspoken American actor whom many hoped would bring new dynamism and diversity to the institution. Unfortunately, things soon deteriorated. The press persistently attacked her for the most bizarre things, eating avocados, opening car doors wrongly, and even caressing her pregnant stomach. Hold on to your stomachs. You can always write to the authors of this book and say, hey, dickheads, why did you put this in your book? They've ruined the whole book, really, but there is a lot of stuff in here that's not on Google that you can check out. And I'll come to something really juicy I found today in a minute. Meghan told friends not to worry. The palace would protect her. I mean, how the hell did that? Well, I won't go any further. How the hell did they get that crap? It only goes on for about another paragraph, and then that's it. And it's all bullshit, as we all know. Meghan was not driven out because people said she ate avocados. Meghan wasn't driven out because people said she cradled her baby bump. That didn't happen. List that with bullshit and things that never happened.
My cat's name is Karen. There's a PayPal link on my channel. You're probably watching this on Fiona's channel because it goes out on both channels at the same time. If you look on my channel, there's a
Yes,
link
that's Graham's PayPal link.
on there.
Do not send me money now. Yeah, the juicy thing I found today, because we've been talking about MI5 and MI6 a lot. I found the website with the 117 names of actual top people who work at MI6.
She found it.
The majority of which are still actively working at MI6. I stumbled across this by accident, went down a right rabbit hole today, looking up something completely different. I was actually looking up Gerard Cowper-Coles, which, as you know, is an unusual name. And I found this website. And apparently, I mean, I must live under a rock. I didn't know any of this. There was a guy called Richard Tomlinson who did work for MI6. Some of you may be familiar with him. He was like a David Shayler, Edward Snowden, whistleblower. But he wasn't a whistleblower. He was fired inexplicably from MI6. So not him, but somebody else created this list, put it on the internet. The CIA managed to take it down a load of American websites. So, I mean, this is a rare hen's tooth, and I'm not going to advertise it. You could just search for Gerard Cowper-Coles. If you find it, you find it. It's just a page, and there are 117 names on the list, and I thought, this has got to be bullshit. So I searched the top one. It said he was the chief recruiter at Cambridge University. I forget the name, something like Goyle and Kai's House, or some of you will know the name. And, well, actually, I wrote it all down on a piece of paper because I didn't dare keep it in a phone.
Sorry, I'm flicking through the comments really fast. They're coming in thick and fast. So I don't want to get behind. I'm trying to. get everyone's comments up there if I can in time. I don't like to interrupt Fiona while she's in the flow.
Oh, I didn't write down the name of the university.
It says 4 kings have abdicated. I only know of the
Have
one.
they? I didn't know that.
I know loads of them got like killed in battle and things like that, overthrown and murdered. There's a couple got murdered, didn't they?
I had no idea. I'd love to know which one.
I don't know which.
Obviously, we know
who were
one
the
of
other
them.
3 that abdicated, Lynn? Because I didn't do that at school. I went to Gatwick Comprehensive. What do you think?
Oh, right, got it. It's such a long list. He was the top recruiter. I won't say his name because I know it's out there, but this is quite an obscure little website I found, and I have searched at least 20 of them. And what I can tell you is they are good guys, but stuff I've seen of them, the type of work they do, where they work and stuff. He was the top recruiter, and he worked at, I'd never heard of this before, Gonville and Cowes College in Cambridge. Some of you may have heard of that. And more interestingly, somebody interviewed him and they uploaded it on YouTube. There's about 3 hours of interview with this guy. I mean, he was the top recruiter. And it's only had, one video's had 1 view and the other one's had 2 views. And I don't know whether I should share a link or not to those YouTube videos.
Oh, don't mess with MI6 for goodness
I don't
sake.
think he worked. He's retired, I think. But
Don't
there
go
are
poking
others.
that nest.
There are others on the list.
I'm not hard enough to take them on.
This is MI6 as well, foreign territory, not MI5.
The least we say about MI7, the better, because it's secret.
There'll be all kind. Prince William is in the book. That is in the book. He's got more than 3/4 of a page. He got more pages than Harry. He got more sausages than Harry. But he did spend about 6 weeks. He spent a couple of weeks at Millbank, MI5, a couple of weeks at Babylon, MI6, and the last couple of weeks at GCHQ, the flying spaceship donut building. So there is stuff in there about William, and I won't spoil that part for you.
I've just got to say that bit, GCHQ. People really think that the government doesn't listen, but I can assure you GCHQ really does listen to its own people.
Yes, they're listening to you voters and everybody else.
Yes.
So yeah, then I Googled a few of the other names from the top. I thought working for MI6 would just deny it, or there'd be nothing of them on the internet. And at least 4 of them have their own wiki pages, and MI6 have said, yes, they either work for us or they worked for us. Gone are the days of sort of secrecy. Anyway, and this Richard Tomlinson, who got fired, who started the whole thing, MI6 apparently actually apologised to him in the end after making his life a misery for quite a while, hasten to add. They did apologise in the end. They said he shouldn't have been fired, and would he mind shutting up and stopping publishing books and stuff, which he did, and apparently lives in France and is a pilot. He earns a living as a pilot, a flying instructor or something like that.
Nothing wrong with that.
And he would be 60 now, so we sort of your age.
I'm 62.
Very interesting people. So I'm going to Google the rest of these dudes and dudettes. There are ladies on the list as well.
It's not the same as abdication, is it? Having your head chopped
Right.
off?
So who? Mary Queen of Scotland. Well, she was beheaded, wasn't she? Did she abdicate before she was beheaded?
I don't think so. Just held
I
it
used to
down,
talk to my sister on the boat. Both used to say hello to the men at the men with Hill. Yeah, I used to hear clicks on. You know, in the olden days, you'd hear clicks on the line, wouldn't you? Or sometimes you'd hear a voice. You had a mate that could tap into telephone lines. Do you remember?
Yeah. He used to climb up the telegraph pole with a Lumo jacket on and a plastic hat. And he was just a criminal. He was just listening into people's conversations.
Terrible.
He just followed the wire to the house and then put it twisted. Anyway, it's another
So
story. He was a scouser.
I don't think that bears any reflection on his behaviour. I'm sure. But yeah, be careful what you say. Not only on landlines, but on
Anything.
digital mobile phones. MI5, 6. One, I believe, is national. The other deals with international. Yeah, 6 is Foreign Office. 5 is Home Office.
Special branch. So, yeah.
And GCHQ, they do actually explain the relevance of GCHQ in here. It is, how can I explain it? It's not a government department. It's a crown department, but it's not under the monarchy. It's one of these weird ones. It's a sort of independent little. The British history, only 4 monarchs have abdicated. Edward VIII, Richard II.
Richard II?
Was Richard II?
He was a Plantagenet, wasn't he? Mary, Queen of Scots, was never the Queen of England, though. She was the Queen of Scotland.
And
And her son James became James the
seventh. No, James VII of Scotland was James I of England.
first.
He was the
What
seventh.
was James VI?
James I.
So he didn't abdicate either. His brother James II got run out of town. He didn't abdicate.
Yeah, and then King Edward.
King Billy crossed the Boyne, and it was very complicated.
Yeah, I think
King
the only one who's actually technically abdicated is Edward VIII.
I don't know about Richard II though. Richard II.
No, that's a Plantagenet, isn't it? I'm very vague on them.
Yeah, I couldn't. I have to look that one up on Wikipedia or something. But you might be right. I'm not saying you're wrong, Lady Jane. Thank you very much, Lady Jane. Happy New Year to you too.
Right, are we going to do the comments? I think we are. We are going to do the fireworks later. Right, good. You're up to speed on the comments. Thank goodness for that.
I had to skip loads. Sorry, guys. I was just like getting so far behind, and I was going quite quickly. And
they're getting warmed up on the fireworks as well. You guys have already got fireworks where you are? No. The royal usually sits on the throne until they die in Denmark. That's what they've just said on the news. I've been watching. Oh, okay, that one's gone. That one.
As you go to click on them, they just disappear.
No, I mean I've been watching that one.
My cat's name's Karen.
Program on YouTube on art history, but it teaches so much history. A lot of these do. A lot do. There was another thing in this book that says that the majority of royal documents and letters are never going to see the light of day, ever. And apparently Princess Margaret had an absolute literal bonfire, loads of letters to and from the Queen Mother. She just had them, she burned them in the 80s. And that they do that and have done that frequently. And they were like, oh, this is a historical crime. But so God knows what goes on.
Zephyr K9, Mary Queen of Scots wasn't the Queen. There were 2 separate kingdoms, Scotland and England. Now, Mary Queen of Scots' son became the King of Scotland, and he also became the King of England. So that's when the 2 kingdoms were united, and the name United Kingdom was formed. But Mary was never Queen of England.
I think, I mean, I had that friend who said to me that he worked for MI6.
Sort of descended.
And I mean, you always take these things with a pinch of salt, don't you? When somebody says to you, I work for MI6, I was in the SAS, I'm related to James Bond.
No one's going to tell you.
So this friend of mine told me that there was a professor at Cambridge University in one of the houses who was the top recruiter, which is what I've discovered today was true. And he said that a lot of them were encouraged to take drugs like heroin to develop an addiction, because then the Secret Service in those days found it easier to either discredit them if they weren't talking to anybody, and also control them. And I said, because my friend was a heroin addict, and he said that's how he got into it. And I was like, I don't know, but having found this list today, I'm now thinking maybe, because I mean, if they get you in a pickle on heroin, in the olden days, I don't think any of that nonsense goes on these days.
Depends what they want you for. Lots of these people seem to have come from public school and have double barrel names.
Not all. Some were Foreign Office, some worked in embassies. Anyway, I'm following Gerard Cowper-Coles. He's on X. He's still alive, so I thought I'll follow him. And he follows Rory Stewart, who Graham met outside Buckingham Palace, who was an MP.
I shook his hand.
And he taught William and Harry at school, and everybody's always sort of had Rory down as MI6, MI5, and he always laughs and denies it.
Richard II was upspurred by Henry IV, forced to abdicate him. Was he the one that was murdered? He had a poker stuck up him or something. Was that the one?
Could be, yeah.
There was one that,
And did he? Was that something to do with the 2 little princes?
No. That was Richard III.
Oh, was it?
Princes in the Tower, yeah.
No one that is involved in espionage will tell you they are one. Well, the thing is, I've known
Happy New Year,
people,
Trevor.
and if you manage to find this website and you find the list, you'll find out they're openly talking about it, actually openly talking about it. I mean, I suppose they're quite famous. The top one was Professor Pritchard, Sir David Spedding, Richard David Spearman, and Nicholas John Andrew Langman. You can Google those names. They've got wiki pages, most of them, and they openly say yes. I actually work for MI6, or I work for
Edward
MI6.
G's on. He seems to know his stuff.
Richard, deposed Richard Bolingbroke received his coronation as King Henry VI on the 13th of October, 1399. Richard, meanwhile, died in jail at the beginning of the 1400s. He died without an heir. Is that classed as an abdication, or just, you're thrown off the throne? And
I mean, being locked up and murdered, does that really count as abdication?
I think abdication is a voluntary. I don't want to do the job, isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
What do you reckon, Ed? Would you say that was an abdication?
I don't think there has been another abdication. Didn't they create the Abdication Act for?
I don't know. There's nothing stopping you abdicating if you wanted to. I've had enough. I'm passing it on to my son.
It's a strange thing to do, isn't it?
Nobody does it in the UK, but.
Oh, hang on. Edward, he abdicated.
Edward reckons, yeah. Okay.
Under duress?
Under duress.
Does that count?
Probably. Depends who's reading it, I suppose. Yeah.
You've seen the bit on the Markles. For me, it spoilt the book as well, because it was so good up until then. And it's such a short, lazy sort of piece they've just put in. I wonder if somebody knew the book was being written from Team Sussex and insisted and paid to be included. Because it's awful, isn't it? It does ruin it. Because then I was thinking, is all the other stuff they put in it a load of nonsense?
Daisy said it was Edward II who had the hot poker.
Up his bum.
I was obviously confusing him with Richard II.
I get really confused with all those barbaric monarchs.
Before my time, I'm afraid. Yeah. Abdicating, yeah, that was all over the news today. Do you think Charles will abdicate?
No.
I think it's highly unlikely. He's waited longer than anyone else to be king, so I think he'll carry on to the end, to the bitter end.
Absolutely not. No, and never.
That's
never.
My opinion. He could abdicate if he wanted to, but I really don't think he will. That's just my opinion, of course.
Of course he won't. Linda Wagner, what a way to go, eh? I know. Poker up the backside. Thank goodness things are a bit more civilised these days. Yes, Happy New Year, Patricia. A shout out from Florida. So you've got a little while to go yet. Chuck will never abdicate, ever. I agree. Of course he won't.
I put money on it, but he won't.
They just don't.
Just go on to the end.
They don't do that in the UK.
There's rumours that they do euthanize the royal family when they're sort of terminally ill. There have been rumours that has happened, but whereas they won't do it for the rest of us.
It's an absolute fact. They did it with George V. The guy who did it admitted it in writing, but then it wasn't released till after he died. He gave Edward V a shot of cocaine and heroin, I believe. I was reading about that today. He said it was a sort of euthanasia, put him out of his misery, and also to make it in time for the Gazette print or something.
Give him too much painkiller. We can hear the fireworks. You see,
started. That's nothing. Trust me.
You see, Scousers can't tell the time, and neither can Spaniards. You see, they're firing the bangers already. We'll probably hear.
They're just warming up. They're probably entertaining.
All keen, getting ready. At least it's not raining here, is it? So
probably, yeah. They're probably all little kids, really bored, wanting to go to bed. So they're just entertaining them.
Watch Derek Jarman's film, Edward II. Yes,
okay.
Make a note of that, darling. We'll forget.
I won't.
I'll have to look that one up for sure. Nice. Moj.
Yes, exactly. Why should he abdicate? He's doing a great job.
Most of it's snowing.
Hi, Moj. It's just fantastic. Oh, I miss the snow so much. They used to use a metal tube to protect the king's bottom from showing any signs. What, all kings or just that particular king? He must have wondered what the hell they were doing. What do I
I
need
don't
that
think they were
for?
allowed to mark his body in any way, were they? So they figured he wouldn't find the burn marks around his body.
Right.
Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. It's New Year's Eve, for goodness
I
sake.
mean, who thought that one up anyway? What kind of a torturer is that?
That is more
That
likely
is
that
terrible.
Charles will pass on more duties. Look, the Queen passed on
Yeah.
more duties to Charles, didn't she? He was doing the cenotaph for
I-
years, wasn't he, before he became king? The Queen was too old. She was just too old.
I thought she did brilliantly, right to the end.
Yeah.
Brilliantly. I mean, I'm glad she did it to the bitter end. I was worried, you know, the changeover, how it would be, but I think he's doing really well. Really, really well. And we were looking at the Penguin tonight as well. Any of you familiar with Sir Ola, is it? The Penguin that inspects the Norwegian King's Guards in Edinburgh.
The Duke of Gloucester was executed in a vat of wine.
What a way to
People
go.
jumped in to rescue him, but he fought them all off. And he drank as much as he could.
That's much better than a hot poker up bottom. I mean, honestly, what barbaric individual thought up that one? There are many ways you could kill someone. Would it cross it? What kind
I
of a
thought
line
we'd
would it
moved
cross?
on.
I doubt Charles will ever abdicate. The British royals take their vow for life. It was overlooked at the coronation concert, but William also dedicated his whole life. Absolutely. I'm certain Charles will stay the whole life. I'm in Burlington, Ontario, Foxy. Well, Hove, actually. Yeah, you and me too, Imogen. Hove, actually.
Yes, where Foxy comes from. Foxy's.
He won't wear himself up. no, he won't wear himself out. He'll be absolutely fine.
Foxy's from Hove.
Actually. Hove, actually.
Hove. It's Brighton and Hove now, the city of, isn't it?
It is the city
Brighton
of, city
and
of Brighton and
Hove.
Hove.
Yes.
Not Duke of Gloucester. What was he? Okay. Not
I
sure.
wasn't the Duke of Gloucester after all. I don't know. Honestly, that one went.
Edward II.
I don't know, poker. We're
Is
moving
that-
away from pokers. for goodness sake.
Okay.
Sorry, but avoid the subject and move on. Hogmanay. Hogmanay is Scottish, isn't it, for New Year?
Yeah, well, down here they'll do Three Kings. I think that's on the 6th of January, isn't it? Three Kings.
The 6th. Yeah, the 6th of January.
Yeah.
It's the 12th day of Christmas. I
I'm
think.
going to take my phone up
You can.
on the stick, ready to go, and check my camera position.
Oh yeah, but
We might
you
actually-
get yourself in this. Well, you've got half an hour, yeah.
We might actually stay on a little bit longer because I'll be
We
going
might
up
stay
and
on a
down.
little bit longer because it is the last of the Christmas lives. I mean,
Exactly.
we'll still be doing lives now and then, you know, when we have something to say, I suppose. But this is the last one. She's going to go up with her phone to the roof, I think.
Once I'm up there, I'll come in as a guest in the green room, and then you could have it just small in the background,
Okay.
and then I'll come back down. I'll just leave it up there positioned, and hopefully my phone should stay on and won't go into.
Well, if
Well,
you
we'll
turn
see.
it on in this room, you'll get an echo.
Exactly. I'm going to go on.
And we don't want that, do we? Right, she's going off upstairs. She'll join me in a bit, I think. I don't know if Camilla will pass before and King Charles III might consider passing down to the way. He could, but it's unlikely. You know, it depends on the day and the date and the mood, doesn't it, I suppose? But it's unlikely that Charles will pass it on. I don't think he will. January the 6th is Epiphany. There we go. That's a word I've not heard for many years. The manifestation of Christ to the Gentiles. Not sure what that means, actually. But there you go. Diana says it is, so I'm sure she's right. I was just about to click on Edward, and he disappeared. What was that something to do? He is. He's very, very good. Very good. He seems to know his stuff. We've said this before. You can always rely on Edward to find facts for us. Lynn, I think Charles will do what Queen Elizabeth did with William, prepare George. Yeah, I reckon that's probably right. What's going on there? We've also got contact with Fiona. Let's have a look. Okay, can you hear me, Fiona? You're on the side.
Yeah, this is the thing on my phone. It only does it narrow or on the side.
Okay,
yes,
so you're getting ready for the fireworks, are you?
Oh, I've got
Well, you
some
can
going off in the background.
leave it up there and come back down and join us.
I shall do exactly that. We've got a few going off. Can you see any of them?
Yeah, just about. Yeah. I can make your picture bigger. Hopefully that would work better. No, that's the other way around. So that way.
And then when it gets really excited, I'll come
It's
back
not
up.
really working when I'm trying to change the picture. No, you can't leave that. Okay, well we'll have to just do with that. I can make me bigger, but I can't make you bigger for some reason. It's just not.
Because for some reason
I'm
it just
doing
won't
it. No.
on my phone.
Stop messing about and come back downstairs.
Okay, I'll point it towards the back because that's generally where.
Yeah, just
of
leave it on up there, and we'll just you can come back down here. If you can tilt it up a bit, so we see less of the roof and more of the sky, I suppose. Yeah, that's great. Oh, that's great. No. Yeah, that's great. That'll do. She's not listening to me.
I am listening to you, and so is
just
the whole
ignoring me. When I said you're not listening to me, what I meant was you're not doing as your husband says.
I just want to make you aware, Graham.
Yes.
Just want to make you aware that because the sound is up, so people can hear the fireworks, the neighbourhood can hear the entire live and your conversation and all the comments you're reading out.
Well, just turn the volume down on your phone.
They won't be able to hear the fireworks then, will they?
Oh.
I'll turn it down for now. Just wanted to make you aware of that, you know.
You won't have any for 20 minutes yet, so we know it works. We've established that.
Okay.
And everyone's talking amongst themselves now. I've lost my space. I lost where I was. See what happens when Fiona leaves the room. Graham messes it all up. What time is it in Gibraltar? The time right now is 25 to 12. 25 to midnight. So we will have the fireworks in the next 20 minutes or so. There'll bound to be some early birds letting them off, but there's usually a huge eruption at 12 o'clock by the sensible people who wait until midnight. And we always get the odd ones going off beforehand. I don't think the speaker volume affects the microphone level. Yeah, I suppose not, but if you just didn't want people to hear. You said your volume doesn't work when you.
I've turned it down for now.
Oh, have you?
Okay. I suppose it doesn't really matter because when they get going, that's actually quite a good view. But I will go up so I can pan around. Then usually about 5 minutes late for a start. Once they get going, they keep going for quite a while. And you might want to turn your volume down when it starts because it's crazy here. It's like being in the middle of the trenches. I bought myself a mouth organ.
Why?
I was going to learn to play Genevieve. Why, do I need a really long one for that?
I don't know.
Maybe I do.
I can't play anything.
There you go, I can play the mouth organ. Yeah.
Who remembers Genevieve, the old black and white film?
The 1953.
Was it 1953?
I think so. Yeah, with Kenneth Moore.
He played two old bangers and they raced them to Brighton and they kept breaking down.
Ambrose.
Yes.
What was it he said?
If that thing packs up again, you should bury it.
Something like that. Yes, Graham's looking very, very swish. Oh, you're quite warm tonight, aren't you? You said you were going to wear your fleece jacket.
It was.
Don't do
It's like my
that.
top. This came all the way from America.
Mm.
Friend sent it to me.
Okay.
Red squirrel.
Yes, Benji has flown away somewhere.
Yes,
He's gone off on a
yeah,
mission,
yeah.
so he's not with us tonight. It's just us, 772, including us, and the cat. Cat. You see the cat? Huh?
Black eyed peas.
Prove the cat is there.
She
Your
is
aunt
there.
in- there she is.
Meow.
You gonna come and say hello? No. It's disappointing to hear in Newcastle, due to the pouring rain, laser light shows had to be stopped. Oh no! I'm surprised they couldn't keep going. You've got a cocktail making kit. Oh yes, we were going to make cocktails, weren't we? I've got an idea. I've got some grenadine, and I've got the whiskey. Well, was thinking I could put just a little bit of grenadine and whiskey in the tiny bit in the champagne, and then champagne on top. That'd be a weird champagne cocktail, wouldn't it? I haven't got any umbrellas.
I'll stick to my oranges. We got the champagne for the. People can't see it. It's too dark back there.
Right. Well,
But,
they'll see it nearer
The
the
ice
time.
bucket is there. We'll pop a cork
I put some ice in it.
at the appropriate moment.
Right.
Someone said they're listening to Big Bong on the BBC.
Thank you. Loads of people have said thank you for doing the lives. Honestly, thank you guys for joining us, because we're very empty nest now, aren't we?
We are. It's been a very quiet Christmas. I mean, Benji popped in, but he does his own thing.
Irritating as he is, he stops in, and Faith's flown away from the nest. Oh, that's it. Sounded bigger because you can hear it through my phone. I turned the volume down.
But they can still hear it. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah. But no, thank you for joining us, because
Yes.
at one point I was thinking Christmas. We've got this great big long dining room table. I thought
We have.
we'll sit at opposite ends like we did the first Christmas we were together. We've gone back to square one.
We
It's
were-
just you and me again now.
The hotel. Can I say? Am I allowed to say it? The
Yeah,
Hotel
no.
Mercure
Yeah.
in Lelystad in the Netherlands. We spent Christmas Day, and everyone had gone. All the staff had gone home on holiday. There was only a skeleton crew on
And
it.
they said there's nothing to eat, and we thought you're joking. And they said we'll see what we can find, and they brought loads of food out, selection of cheese, bread, all kinds of stuff.
They said you can sit anywhere you want, and we saw this big long table.
It was a
And so
banqueting room,
We sat at each end, like
and there was
the
silver
king and the
domes,
queen, you know.
candelabras.
And the waitress like that, you can see he got to start this end and go all the way to the end to give her.
No, they thought it was funny. They thought it was
But we
funny.
just thought, well, we're in the hotel, you know, it's here we can sit where we like. So
And we slept through Millennium, New Year's.
we were fast asleep. We went to bed early, weren't we? We had 2 months of champagne.
That was the end of that.
That was in a hotel room as well.
And you, Elizabeth, and everybody. I'm getting excited about my own camera. We
And-
should have done this years ago, Graham. We
so
could have
yes,
put it on the telly.
Happy
if we
birthday,
done
Ria.
that.
Happy.
Oh, is it your birthday? Ria's birthday?
What, today?
Someone saying happy birthday. I had no idea. It has been great. Really, really enjoyed this.
It must be. Look,
Happy
she said thank you.
birthday, Ria.
Happy birthday. Wow. Double
Yeah,
celebration.
glad I
That
got the
is-
right position for the camera.
They've got some really loud sort of bomb
Oh,
things.
this is just the warm-up act, guys.
Not
Believe
long
me.
to go now.
I'm quite excited now. Normally I don't like New Year's Eve. Normally I'm like, oh, this is so depressing. Christmas is over, because I love Christmas. And
Happy New Year from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Hi, Karen.
Cape Cod.
Happy
Now,
New Year to you.
is that somewhere where the
Massachusetts.
Shuffles was launched? Massachusetts. Oh no,
No, you're thinking of
Massachusetts.
Cape Canaveral.
Oh,
That's in
am I?
Florida.
Massachusetts. That's near New York, is it?
I think it's East Coast. I'm pretty sure it is. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
My American
I think Massachusetts is
geography is not very
northeast. I'm guessing. I'll have to get one of those maps, jigsaw things, where you can put all the states in. Because I'm all right on the edge ones. It's when I get to the middle I get muddled.
Yeah.
And there
Well,
are
I'm-
a lot of states, aren't there? North.
I've been flying down
east.
Lake Powell today.
Okay, never heard of it. Sorry, I haven't. Where's that?
Bottom of the Grand Canyon,
Okay, and the Grand Canyon is
it's Las Vegas,
right. Okay, gotcha.
near Las Vegas to the east. Yes, it's fabulous. Really, really enjoyed that. On my flight simulator.
Former
it
Brit
was,
in Florida,
so,
Massachusetts, East Coast. Thank you. Yes.
yes, I thought
Boston.
it was, you say.
Boston. We've got somebody here from Boston.
Boston's Massachusetts, yeah, of course.
Happy New Year from Sheffield. Fantastic Sheffield.
Sheffield.
That's where Full Monty was filmed, wasn't it? Oh, they're all telling us where
Daniel
they are. Great
Boland.
West Coast,
Daniel Boland.
Arizona. Black Eyed Peas is not a place.
Arizona's, yeah. I know,
Loads
that's
of
West
people
Coast, isn't it?
saying
That's West
happy
up
birthday to
side.
Rhea. Southern California. Sorry if I'm missing anybody. The comments are going quite thick. Think Kennedy Compound. Like Kentucky. I know we've got people from Texas as well. Virginia, Tennessee.
Carolina. North Carolina.
Oops. I missed that.
Tennessee. New
I love
Jersey.
it when I meet someone here in Florida from the UK. I think people think I'm crazy, start asking them all kinds of questions about their point of view on the monarchy.
People do say Boston.
Australia, Happy New Year, Australia, as we were saying
Australia.
earlier, because you've already had your
Got to be Melbourne.
Toronto.
Melbourne. Los
Excellent.
Angeles, Linda.
God bless Texas. I love Texas. What was the other thing we were watching today that was Texan and we were struggling to understand? There were very strong accents. Because Sheldon, of course, is...
That was that film last night with the guy who was found all that money at the beginning. What was the film called?
Oh, I don't know what it's called. It's all about an
It was like a
assassin.
It was like a cowboy, and he found like a load of pickup trucks. They'd all had a gunfight.
All
They
dead
shot each other.
bodies.
There's loads of drugs on them. And he found the case full of money, and he just wandered off with the case. And he got home to his trailer, and he's just thinking, "I've got $1 million in the case." He thinks this is great. And then for some reason, he went back to the scene, but by then he'd come on top, and the whole film was him running off and this assassin trying to kill him.
Oh,
I can't
the
remember what
guy
it
who
was
played
called.
the assassin, I was terrified of him.
He should have just stayed at home.
But
from the
he
beginning.
was really, really...
No, but there was a transmitter in it, so they would have found him anyway. Even at home. There was a transmitter in the money. Can't remember what the film was called, but it was a good film.
Wichita as well,
I
Kansas.
don't know where Wichita
Wizard of-
is.
Dorothy, Kansas.
Was that Wichita?
Wichita.
Kansas, yeah, Kansas. That was the Dorothy, the Tornado Valley, wasn't it?
Is
Tornado.
complicated in England. Where I come from in
Yeah.
the southern bit, we all sound the same. I can't talk to
Yeah.
another southerner and distinguish where they're from. Or London.
If you go vertically straight down from London, you hit the coast. That's Brighton.
Yeah, and the whole of the bottom part along the channel, the accent until you get to Cornwall, well, it's more or less the same. But you get up to Birmingham. In Birmingham, they sort of talk like that in the Midlands.
Yeah.
Generally
Well,
speaking.
even in Liverpool, you can go to Liverpool and people have got different Liverpool accents depending on
Yeah.
where they're from, what the background is.
And when you get to the north of
it can
England,
be very confusing.
you can go
generally speaking.
maybe only 2 or 3 miles to the left or the right, and the accent completely changes.
Yeah.
The accents are very diverse in the north of England.
I used to say she's got a Cockney accent, talks like a Londoner, but she doesn't. She doesn't.
I don't.
It's just if you're an uncouth Northerner, you just think all the Southerners sound the same, but they don't.
No. I love
It
Cockney
can be
accents, though.
confusing. I've heard of Brummie accent.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy
Let's
New
hope
Year,
this is the
everybody,
year
yes.
that things are improve. all
15
round
minutes to go.
for everybody. Yes, we all wish Wally a happy New Year. I really don't know if she's watching. If she is, we love you, Wally, and we do miss you.
I can hear your
all of
Liverpool
us.
accent. Yeah. But then there's Ringo. Ringo talks a bit like this. Thomas was a very useful
And there's
engine.
Bootle.
Scouser living in North Wales. Get in, Susan. There you go. Diana T. She's another Scouser.
Comments are going quite fast now. They're trying to click quicker.
Yeah, see, you get behind as well.
Peter Egan is in here somewhere as well. I haven't seen him yet.
Dawn says she lives in West Yorkshire. But
I can't wait for these
in Bootle.
fireworks to get going. I
Marsh
really
Lane.
can't.
Marsh Lane. Yeah. Now talking like this goes out from Yorkshire.
Where are you from, Spangles? Voted the worst accent in the UK. Where can that be? Yes, definitely starting with the animals. I hope that the animals, all animals tonight, will be okay with fireworks. Our cat is absolutely bulletproof, as they say. She doesn't bat an eyelid. Graham goes out in the garden, lets all his air guns off and stuff, and the cat was just totally ignores it all, carries on with her afternoon nap. So I'm pretty confident she'll be okay. And fireworks have been going off all week, and she's just gone, meh, what was that? But some animals really don't like it. So I hope that all of those animals will be okay, and hope it won't last too long for them, or they can have a little, you know. Speaking of which,
The dog's barking.
the dogs in our neighbourhood, one starts and they all start talking to each other at night, don't they?
You have a barking competition, see who can bark for the longest, and you like just want to go out with a gun and shoot.
Stop it, nonsense.
But it mustn't do that. It's bad thoughts, Graham. Right. You sound posh too. This Bristolian avid.
Bristolian. Oh, you're from Bristol.
Character Bristol.
That's not how they talk. They're not quite that strong in Bristol.
So we're West Country.
Bristol, the land of the pirates and seafarers and secret tunnels, I always think of. And
The Clifton Suspension Bridge and the Gorge and the is it the Avon? Avon goes down to Avon. I'm sure it's Bristol.
Very pretty parts of the UK. All down that neck of the woods. Bath.
How long will it be till Megan's PR stunt? She was saying earlier she's doing Top Gun 3 with Tom Cruise next year.
I came up with an idea for her for a job, right? If you've got a business and you've got a competitor and you want to destroy them, you can go and pay Meghan Markle to endorse your competitor without their consent. She can buy their product and say, I buy this. They'll be out of business by the end of the week. We could say she goes on the yellow dolphin boat, couldn't we?
Yeah, could be. Nicola, another Brit in Spain. Do you know, Nicola, there's more Brits in Spain than in any other country outside the UK.
Yeah.
Because they just love Spain. They just come to Spain, boom. And Brexit hasn't done us any favours, has it?
Well,
let's not talk about politics.
No, let's not do that.
Let's
Wishing you all a
concentrate on
very
the new
happy,
year.
healthy, successful new year from rainy
Niagara Falls, Canada.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
I may be home in Belfast. Oh, wonderful.
There you go. It's near Toronto.
My cat hates fireworks. Yeah, well, I think our cat's just been trained up because of Graham's.
Oh, your cats are indoors, Foxy.
Yes, Daphne and Nixie.
Yeah, yeah. And don't forget, we're trying to push Foxy 313 to 3,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe to Foxy's
Not everyone
channel.
can come from Liverpool.
Not everyone can, I'm afraid.
Do
Just
fireworks
really.
freak cats out? Mine are inside and won't go out. Well, I mean, I expect all animals are different, aren't they? They're all different.
Diana says my favourite accents, Geordie accents from Newcastle. I can't. I've tried doing the Newcastle.
I've tried it. It is the most
It's very difficult. It's really difficult.
Why, man?
You know, I've tried it, but everyone just laughs at me.
My hairdresser's from,
Pathetic.
I don't know if she's from Newcastle, Middlesbrough. People from Newcastle, Middlesbrough are going to hate me saying that, but to us in the south, the accent is the
I thought
same.
Cary Grant was American.
No way. He was from Bristol. That's awesome. Don't get
I
me
didn't
wrong
know
in the
that.
comments.
Diana say my favourite accent too. Yeah, yeah.
I think I like the Brummies the best. I've
Brummies.
always had a soft spot for the Brummies.
Oh,
Didn't see that one. On UK maps, everything above Bristol is marked beware monsters. There's a place which is not that. It's in the south really, called Northampton. And whenever I drove north, I'd see Northampton and I'd think, oh, I'm nearly there. And it's nowhere near the north. Massachusetts, she's coming home tomorrow for my sis-in-law's. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Happy New Year from South Carolina. South Carolina. No, that's Australia.
No, it's America, East Coast,
Carolina. I
Southern
know.
part.
I'm trying to do the accent. Carolina. No.
Sue Smith is from North Carolina.
Isn't that where the North and South was filmed? Carolina.
I met Sarah Fergie in California. She signed my Wedgwood tea set. Sarah, the Duchess of York, she was divorced at the time. Oh, that's fantastic that you've got that. Petra Fleming is here tonight as well. David Murphy, finally getting to sit down with a gin and tonic and a ciggy. Been baking and cooking up a storm. Cheers to you.
Grab the champers.
I think it is time to open the champagne. I didn't know you were in North Carolina. I don't know why. I always thought you were in the UK.
Is Carolina in the south? I'm sure it is.
On the east coast, there's North Carolina, and below it, South Carolina. They're getting on for the south. They're quite hot, quite warm.
Yeah.
Edward Teach, the famous pirate, Blackbeard, used to hang out in that neck of the woods, I believe. Right, the champagne.
Yeah, apologies for
And I've learned all this from people on YouTube.
My friend's just moved to Mazaron in Spain. Where's Mazaron? I'm not familiar with that. I don't know it.
Lots of places that I'm not familiar with in Spain.
We live right at the bottom, Rose, but if you see Africa on the map, we're the nearest bit to Africa. We're about 14 miles. You can actually see it on a clear day across the strait there. Oh.
That freaked me out a little bit.
Oh yes, Foxy's channel there. Please give him a like and a subscribe because it'll make his day if he hits 3,000. He's not far off. He's only got, I think, last count 700 to go.
You'll love his inspirational chats.
You'll love his inspirational chats. He does really real life in Brighton, down South Road, trains, buses, all kinds of stuff. He's into classic cars. He's into everything.
There you go, Graham.
Thank you very much, darling. Well, we'll wait till midnight because we've only got 5 minutes to go.
I know, in a minute I'll go up on the roof so I can, in case there's a
Do Glaswegian. I can't do a Glaswegian accent, eh? You need subtitles to do Glaswegian. I can understand Glaswegians just about, but they lose me. They lose me at some point because they use words that we don't even have in England, like bairns. Oh, the bairns. I think bairns. They've been bairns. But they mean babies, children, stuff like that.
Bairns, not burns.
Bairns.
We've got a lad in Gibraltar from Glasgow. He's been down here about 40 years. Strongest accent ever. And our boss is Spanish, but she grew up in France. And he can't understand a word she says, and she can't understand a word. They're both speaking English. So whenever they want to communicate with each other, one of us has to be around to translate to the others, because he says, "What's she saying?" And she'll go, "What's he say?" And they've no idea. They've never been able.
Mia lives on a boat in Brighton Marina.
Oh,
Are you on the East Pier or the West Pier, Mia? Because we used to live there. We were on the
They'll be
East
doing
Pier.
a good firework display in Brighton Marina. They always did when we lived there. I would imagine.
Don't remember.
You'll get me.
Remember the fireworks
again. Been to check on my 4 sons' cats. Oh goodness me! Been looking after 4 cats. Have you watched Archie about Carrie? No, I haven't. I saw it advertised. Is it on a streaming service? That's me.
Cary Grant's real name was Archie Leiter.
Yes, it was.
Did I pronounce that right?
You're a Brummie. And I say Brummie, I don't just mean Birmingham. I mean the outskirts, like Tamworth, Dudley, all of it. I
knew a guy from Wolverhampton.
Rugby.
And I said, "You're a Brummie." He goes, "I'm not a Brummie. I'm from Wolverhampton. It's nowhere near."
I know you guys, but I said generally Midlands. I love your accents. Right, I'm going to go up onto the roof because they will start.
Okay.
And it takes me a minute or two to get up there.
Feel free to chat when you get up there.
I will. I'll go see
Glinda the Good. Carrie's gone. Yeah, real name, Archie. I never knew that, Glinda. Thanks for that. I've got some champagne for Lacey. Yeah. Well, we've only got a few minutes left here. Go on, 54. I've got 4 minutes left.
Oh, the other thing, Graham,
The other thing.
is they'll hear on the foghorns of the ships as well.
Oh yeah, there might be foghorns because we're right next to the Bay of Gibraltar, and there's loads and loads of ships. There's over 100,000 ships a year come through here. Everything that comes through the Suez Canal comes out this end. And obviously, unless it's going to the Mediterranean, but everything that comes from China. And they're having loads of crap, aren't they, in the Yemen as they go around the U-bend into the Red Sea. They're getting attacked by little boats giving distress calls, calling them to help them. And then when they come, they just jump up with guns and start shooting at them. The ships, the Maersk container ships, things like this. There's been more of that today. And I think they opened fire on an American helicopter, which promptly just blew them to pieces and killed everybody. I thought, well, why? Who in your tiny mind wants to pick on an American gunship helicopter with a 50 cal hanging out the window? It's like death by cop, isn't it? It's just madness. But they need to stop that. They need to behave, otherwise they're going to get bombed. And then they'll be like this: oh look, we've been bombed. Oh, look, everyone's dead. My house is bombed. Well, why did you start firing at the Americans? You brought it all on yourself, Get away from politics, Graham. Carry on with the live. Oh my! I'm so far behind, guys. I'm really sorry. I've missed loads of.
Oh no! Somebody's phoning up. Brady. Oh no.
Just reject it. Call him back when you finish the live. That's the danger of doing videos with your phone, isn't it? People ring you up halfway through the video or at the end or something like that.
Could you hear that, Graham?
I can hear it ring. I can hear it going zzz, zzz, zzz.
Oh no.
Graham, is this your first live of New Year's Eve? It's the last of the Christmas live, Susan. We've been doing them for a week or so. And this is the last one. Oh dear.
Answer it and tell them not now, please.
Hi, darling. We're doing a live. Can you ring me? I'll ring you back later. Bye.
You got to answer the phone.
If I don't answer it, she'll just keep banging away, ringing, thinking, "Oh my God, something's wrong. He's dead or something." I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sure you won't get
Graham, they watch the live and they do this on purpose for a laugh.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Say hello to everybody. Go away, irritating child. Right. Happy New Year. We're almost there.
Listen.
11:58 on the computer.
I think we're getting a bit of action going now. They're late. They're always late.
I'm allergic to alcohol. Break out in handcuffs. That's a good one. That's a Scouse joke. Foxy.
There's actually, Graham, there's a fight. There's a fight going on out here.
A fight? Can you film it?
No, it's an old granny beating up her son-in-law or something.
Oh dear.
I think it's going to get louder.
Tell Sammy to Faith to stop ringing.
Right, Graham, can you do me a favour? Next time she rings, can you answer the phone? It's no good you talking to a phone that hasn't been answered. The caller can't hear what you're saying.
I've done it twice. Graham, have you ever met a Scouse cop called Dave in Gib? No. I try to avoid police officers, really. I'll speak to them, if I have to, but it's the Scouser in me. Why is she doing this?
Answer it and talk to her. I beg of you, please.
What are you doing that for? Will you,
Graham, you haven't
we're
answered.
on a live, will you know, I'll ring you back when we finish.
I know you're on a live. What's fucking with you, dumbass?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we're messing with you.
You're messing with me. Oh, Happy New Year to you too, darling. I love you too. I'm on a live. Kids, who'd have them? Right. No, I haven't met Dave yet, Diane, but I might do. You never know.
There we go. Can you hear the foghorns? There's no fireworks yet, just foghorn.
Well, I've got 12 o'clock on my computer. I've got 12 o'clock on my watch. So where's all the bangs?
The clocks have just gone. Listen, shush a minute and listen.
Nice one, then, yeah. Well, the ships have got the right time. Mind you, they've got GPS, haven't they? How come Spain hasn't done it yet? You thought they'd all be going, yeah? Cheers, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I quite like Gladys. Well, I don't even like it when there's a police car behind me when I'm driving along and I'm thinking, well, I've got MOT and insurance and everything. What am I worried about? Because you remember the days when they'd pull you and they'd go through your documents and then they'd go, well, everything's in order, and they'd start going around looking at your tyres, wouldn't they, and measuring your tread depth, and you knew they wanted to nick you for something, testing all your lights and then making sure your wiper blades worked and it squirted water because they wanted to nick you for something. So I just try to avoid the police, and I don't go reporting crimes unless it's something important. No, I don't bother them at all, and hopefully they won't bother me. And I just have to get on with it because I don't go around breaking the law. I'm too old.
Can you see that yet?
Yeah, we can't see many fireworks though.
They're only just starting. I told you, they're
You're
always about.
pointing it the right way. I was telling everyone to load your fireworks, and then I can't see any.
If you stop talking, I'll explain. They're always 10 minutes late, and I am filming them. Can you see them though? The few that are going up.
Not really. We can hear them. We can see the odd one.
Right, light up in a minute. Trust me.
Everyone wants to see the fight. They're not interested in the fireworks.
Oh, it's coming. Don't worry. It's indoors at the moment.
Oh, it's gone back in. There we go. It's starting to liven up now.
I'll try putting it on the other table so you can see a few more out the back.
It's usually a good show. It's usually a good show in Spain. Sure. Well, here we are. It's 2024 in Spain. And the rest of Europe, apart from Portugal and the UK, they're now all behind. Usually goes on solid for about 15-20 minutes before it starts to die down. Well, thank you very much, Sparks. Happy New Year to you too. nothing like a good place. Well, you go up Liverpool on a Friday night or a Saturday night, you're bound to see the old place. Yeah. Fiona, Tabitha says, have you got any updates on the fight?
You up?
Have you got any updates on the fight? Who was fighting with who?
They're fighting inside a house very nearby. You can't hear it now because of the fireworks, but it sounds like there's about 12 of them. Big family kickoff.
I tell you what, with Spanish people, they scream in each other's faces. I mean, if you're in the UK and you did that, you would definitely end in fisticuffs. But I've seen Spaniards yelling at each other, right nose to nose, and no one gets punched. You know, it's you do sometimes. Steph, thank you very much. Happy New Year, Steph. Liverpool city centre nowadays isn't as lively. It used to be. It used to be. Do you remember the 051 club? And there was quite a few, wasn't there? I didn't drink in those days. And I was going out with this nurse, and she used to go clubbing out. And I'd go down and pick them up in the car when they were ready to come home. So I was there lift home, and loads of moons running around with the shirts all covered in blood, the broken nose, and running down the streets. Listen back, and you go pick the girls. Get out. Yeah, wild times. I didn't like going out like this. It's a dangerous place for each other. You can wake up in the gutter very easily. Glorious, not yours. Hello, carbon life forms all over the planet, all tuning in. Looking better, who's going to win? Not like fighting. Far too old. A few names out there. See you guys. Happy New Year, everyone. Nice one, Steph. I hope you didn't burn them. 2024 will be golden. Well, I hope 2024 will be better year for me. 2023 wasn't that good. I was quite ill. Hopefully, things are on the mend now. Hope it's a good year for everybody else as well. There is a different sound for firearms and fireworks. Yeah, slightly. But you can confuse one for the other. If you fired your gun in the air on one fire night, or like that, no one would know, would they? They would think, was that a gun or was that a firework? You couldn't make the pieces. There were a load of bangs. I think someone like a million fireworks going off. So, yeah, I mean, there is a difference. I think we'd be away with it. Only a night like this. Fights at the OK Maria. Well, it's Nearly quarter past. 10 past. So they should go on for another 10 minutes at least. The country, so we don't see any fireworks. Yeah. You might be lucky anyway, because some people don't like fireworks. You know, my mother-in-law, Fiona's mother, she hates fireworks. Because her house got bombed during the war, and they can't even kill the She used to like, every time there was bangs, she didn't like it, so that's all. Let's see it, okay. New Year, Linda. New Year, Steph, yeah. Jodie. SK8, Betty. Foxy, my apologies for the worst. Okay, Foxy, feel free to comment as much as you want, I don't mind. More the merrier, that's what I say. 712 watching at the moment. Been to Liverpool with the Beatles tour, loved it. Yeah. Cabin to see these days, it's very small, isn't it? We don't have fireworks here in New York City. We watch the ball drop in Times Square. Which you all gather around like it. No. Right, well. Glasgow, yes, that's a headbutt. Yeah. Reminded me. You're coming downstairs, Fiona. You leave the fireworks on. You're coming and speak.
I think they're easing up a bit now. I think. Do you want me to leave it up here for the odd firework?
Yeah.
Or you can remove it from the green room if you want.
No, we'll leave it up. Leave it up. Just come down and.
I'll just turn the volume down a little bit.
Yeah. Happy New Year's. No, I think the fight's was more of a screaming, squabbling than a punch up. From what I'll get Fiona to tell you all about it when she comes down. Montreal and Vancouver, eh? You could probably save money by having light shows, couldn't they? They just get electricity bill instead, because fireworks are so expensive. We bought some fireworks years ago, and they were like cost a fortune. You know, so if you have a display, you know, like it cost thousands and thousands to put on a significant display. 50 minutes to go in the UK, yeah. Isn't it weird that we're in the future and you're in the past in the UK?
Want some more champagne?
It's like time travel, isn't it? I am literally in 2024 and you're not. Isn't that bizarre?
The thing
It
is,
takes 24 hours to kick in all around the world. And Australia's had it for 12 hours already.
yes.
More champagne, darling.
Yes. The thing is, the fireworks here in this town are very, very, very expensive. So they're way more expensive than in the UK. We went to the fireworks shop to buy stuff, and we got a couple of packets of sparklers and some rather pathetic fireworks. Cost me €50. So what you're seeing there is tens of thousands of euros going up in the smoke, and they're competing with Gibraltar, and I think they've probably won this year because Gibraltar's got confetti. But don't ever let anyone tell you that La Linea is a poor town. Cheers. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes, she's still in the zone.
I'm still here.
Let me sort the picture out. You get the drift.
Yes, this is actually a fabulously wealthy town. Netflix actually did a really horrible program saying this was drugs of Europe, and it isn't. The people in this town are lovely, really lovely, very gentle, family orientated. Oh, there's a family outbreak. Across the road, I could hear them.
Tell them about the fight. Loads of people want to know about the
Oh, I
fight.
could hear the abuelas in there going,
What's an abuela? People don't know.
grandmother, and a load of men shouting at each other, and the grandmothers, I could hear them more clearly going, spera, bastante, which means enough, wait, shush. Oh, I could hear it. It sounded like there was about 20 people in that. That's across the road.
Yeah. We don't have November the 5th anymore. We've got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. If you're rich and you can afford all those fireworks, why not?
I love fireworks.
Every night, bonfire night.
Because I grew up with this, very much a speciality. They keep it up all night, actually. Fireworks. I'm really sorry if any of you guys have got cats out there that are freaking out. Oh, Simon's cat uploaded a new episode today, first time in years. The little cartoon thing. You're in bed and all tucked up. Good. Wishing everybody a wonderful 2020 week year, isn't it?
Thank you very much, Susan. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Suzanne.
Yes, it's a leap year because it's divisible by 4, isn't it?
I don't know if it's a leap year this year.
I think leap years.
Yeah, there's quarter, 365 and a quarter.
I'm enjoying watching the
Or
fireworks.
something like that. Yeah. I don't know if it's a leap year.
Got my lights on the roof. Those purple and blue lights. They're little solar sticks. Look brilliantly here in Spain, all year round.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful for my right to bear arms. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand that completely. A lot of people in the UK don't. We don't have that.
And even if you have a license, you can't carry a gun. It's not allowed, you know.
No, it's not like in the States where you have carry
You've got to have it in a
permits.
trunk separate to the ammunition to go to the gun club. You can't walk around with a gun. Not allowed. Yeah, AR-15 or something like that. Home defence.
I love a cardigan as well. I'm wearing a cardigan right now. I have an affair to remember on mute in the background. All right. I hope 2024 will be less painful than the past 5 years have been after this my beloved sister. I hope so too. I hope so too. And Foxy's chatting up all the ladies again.
It is rumoured that Fox is a member of the British
Good night,
aristocracy.
Jenny. Good night. Off to bed. Yes, it was good fight. I think last year they actually went. There's still time, isn't there? And then the boats keep it up as well.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
Probably time to knock it on the head soon. I think we'll get the idea. And people in the UK will be getting ready for.
They will be. They've
their
got
own
40
New Year
minutes. We've got your
celebrations.
countdown to go.
So we'll probably do another 10 minutes at most. And
Yes, cheers. Cheers, everybody. To everybody
Happy
on
New Year,
YouTube,
darling.
everybody on X, even the sugars and trolls, to everybody. Because if they have a happier year, maybe they'll be happier people.
You'll chill out.
Mm.
Nice.
My word, that's a lot of comments. My wee Westie used to love watching the fireworks by my side. It was born on November 5th. I'm totally unfazed by them.
She was born on the 1st of April, April Fool's Day. It's an easy one to remember.
I was induced, apparently.
Cheers, Eldeen.
Yes, cheers, Ed. Cheers, everybody. Hope everybody's got a cocktail. And see if Charlie's the only way to go into some of our dangerous neighbourhoods.
Can't do it in the UK. Can't. You need very, very, very special permission to because they just don't. I mean, the police do, bodyguards, VIP protection, police. Other than that, Not even security, private security, unless very, very permission.
2 miles from SpaceX. Wonderful. I bet you get some sight there. You should have a webcam when stuff's going on, you know, they've launched these rockets and stuff. Exciting. And charge for it or something, couldn't you? Just have it running all the time, no sound. Can't wait to get Fox's again. I love his accent.
He's going on live with Trevor Cole. Soon at some point in the new year. We're all looking forward to that one.
It's jumping quite quickly.
So down to the bottom again.
I am at the bottom. I've got it. That's the thing, you've got to keep your eye
Wishing
on it.
everyone a wonderful 2024 Happy New Year from Brighton. Was that Brighton?
Ireland.
I thought I said Brighton.
This
Go on,
one
where's
says
it gone?
Ireland. Oh, I don't know.
Brighton, Michigan, USA.
This has truly been a wonderful Christmas, New Year season. And that's thanks to all of you being here and joining in. Whoever. There is no reason for anybody to be lonely at Christmas this year. None at all. Perhaps our cities would not be so dangerous if idiots didn't conceal weapons. Well, there's
It's a
pros
subject that we
and
take a long
cons,
time
isn't
to
there?
debate, for sure.
There's pros and cons. Crab legs all year. Absolutely. Why not? We often have discussions here. Do the guards at Buckhouse have any ammo in their rifles?
I would say no. No, probably not. But the police do, and the police are there as well. That's not to say they won't have it, because if there's a security alert, then yes. But generally speaking, normally I wouldn't think so. No. We've definitely got bayonets and things. And
So glad you found our channels as well. And we will miss the lives as well. But for now, I think it's probably time so that other people in the UK and other parts of the world can
Yes,
prepare for their New Year's
certainly in the UK, they're all
celebrations.
getting ready, aren't they? So
Thank you all very,
We'll
very
say
much for joining
goodbye.
us all over Christmas and New Year.
live long and prosper.
Carbon life forms.
Carbon life forms wherever you are in the world. Good night, and may your God go with you.